Today I'm going to be trying something new and actually be doing a mod showcase of a mod, or not necessarily a mod, but an add-on that I'm using in my survival world that got a big update recently, right? So, essentially they added Armodrillo in this update for Omni extras, and I'm going to be going over that and the changes that they've made. So, starting off, they changed the way you could get eye guy. Well, not they didn't change the way, but they changed the building, right? So what you would essentially just look for is like the abandoned lab, but that was just underground. What you would look for now is this ruined Galvin tower. And apparently there's supposed to be monsters spawning here, but I guess it's not working or whatever. That's cool for me though. So yeah, in these barrels you just have loot that you can get. These circuits are going to be important for making them. Pretty cool structure, not gonna lie. You can identify it much easier now. You can just find him easily. I mean, actually, I'm pretty sure they added a way to get him without actually needing to do this. You can just mistransform it to him, but that's boring. So here, you come down here and you find this stuff right here, the alien goo, right? So essentially, what you would do is you would get this thing called an empty vial. You would make it using 2 circuits, 2 plates, and a bottle. And what you would do is just right click it, boom. Don't break that, by the way. I'm pretty sure that can't be broken or it doesn't come back or whatever. You would smelt it in a furnace, and then we just gotta wait for it to smelt real quick. Once it's done smelting, you grab it, and then you have eye guy unlocked. Now, the reason why I'm going over eye guy right now is because they reworked him a little bit, so his abilities are kind of different. So let's just showcase that real quick. You can see right there that they have a bar now, so I'll get into that, but I just gotta unlock the abilities real quick. You can turn off the enhanced awareness thing now, so that's pretty nice for people that don't want to see that all the time. So shoot out the eye beam's different, so you hold whatever button you have onto the first ability, and then you can just turn it up all the way, right? So this, it's not a laser anymore, it's projectile. And this is just shooting the chest beam. You're stationary, you can't use it like that. Let's see how much damage it does. Well, it does a lot of damage. And our third is our big beam, our big unibeam. I'm pretty sure it was destroying blocks. Hold up. Oh yeah, that was destroying blocks. Okay, so yeah, eye guy's pretty good for mining, I guess. Well, I mean, that's what Armodrillo's for, but we'll get to that a little bit later. So this is new right here. Upon activations, entities nearby will get affected by whatever element you have. And this, when activated, abilities that require energy will not drain energy for a duration at the cost of a slight debuff at applying at the end. Um, Everything else is pretty much the same besides this. I don't know how to unlock this or use this. Actually, what was that right there? I don't know what that little lightning bolt was, right? Okay, that kind of just flashed me. Oh, that's the overcharge thing. Okay, cool. So, let's say you could select elements, right? So you have fire, which just happened. Oh, I think I might have. Okay, I think I just might have gotten debuffed. Oops. Okay, it's fine now. Okay, so that your two essentially it just does whatever element it's doing. What was that? A rocky roller? I guess I can test it out on you then. Okay, so let's say we want to test our fire mode, right? That guy lights on fire. Let's say we want to test. You can see the bar disappears when you have an element except electricity. You have ice mode. Obviously, ice would cause slowness and freeze you, and you get a freeze effect now. So they would just freeze, and with fire, they burn. Electric is just like the main version of it that you would use essentially. So I'm pretty sure that like slows them down or something, or does that. It just shocks them like a thunderstorm periodically. I hold on, what was that? Oh yeah, electrocuted. I don't know how to activate this. I've been trying to figure that out. I don't know how to, but if anybody can figure that out, please let me know. I greatly appreciate it. So this is the way that you find Xylene now. This used to, well, the way you used to find her was you'd have an iceberg that she'd just be trapped in and just had to get lucky. Now you can just go to some Arctic biome and just find this ship and just know exactly where to go to. And it just comes with goodies too, just like the other area. And over here, right, is where you would find a Xylene. Before you needed the tablet, now you don't. And I don't know. Well, they didn't really do anything for upgrade. I mean, not upgrade. They didn't do anything different for him. He is pretty much the exact same. But yeah, that's essentially the new way, I guess, to get upgrade. You don't need the tablet anymore. What you would use the tablet for is to essentially get the other version, because there's the perk in the other version. I don't know what it's called actually. Hold on, let me just see if I can. What was it? Omni extras. So that would be, where is it? Ah, here it is. I guess it doesn't unlock the other version. Don't know. Maybe you give it to her? I've already given you what I could. Okay. No, it seems like you can't do it. Okay, cool. Well, okay. I'll just move on to what you all came here for. Okay, so we're back. In here, we are going to be unlocking Armodrillo. In order to do that, you need to find this new structure. I can't say his race's name, but he's called like a Tala. I don't know. We're just gonna call him Arnos. Here in the structure, you're gonna find Arnos, really big guy, by the way. They did a they did a phenomenal job with this design. Like I love the way he looks. And from the mod page, it seems like they're going to be adding in the rest of the Andromeda 5, because I saw they were working on Amphibian and Water Hazard next. So over here, oh, wait, that's the wrong chest. We'll get to that in a minute. Also wrong chest. You're gonna need a brush. You're gonna need a brush in order to mine up some of this good stuff right here. Right here is grounded mystery scrap, and what you would use this for essentially is to, get Armadillo. So you want to smelt this into andrium, right? You want to smelt that, and you want to bring it here. Oh wait, I don't put any coal in it. That's pretty dumb. That was pretty dumb of me. So you want to use andrium, right? In this recipe right here that I have before you, to craft iridium plates, essentially. Mind you, this is a very expensive recipe. The titanium is the easiest part to get. You got to get netherite, scrap, and vibranium of all things. Like vibranium is extremely rare to come across, so yeah, you're gonna be trying to get it really hard. But there is another way to unlock them. So you would take these iridium plates and you combine it with yellow dye essentially. So to get the yellow iridium plates, right? So, what you would do with these yellow Viridian plates is you would come up to him right now. If I just right click him, he doesn't want to talk to you. He doesn't trust you, right? Like, how in the show, you got to build his trust. So right now, he's like damaged or whatever. You really can't tell considering he looks really good right now. So you would have to craft 10 of these Viridian plates, right? In order to gain his trust. So that's one, two. Oh wait, it just automatically did it. Okay, cool. I don't have to do it individually. That's nice. So now, it showed question marks as if he doesn't trust you. Now it's just Andreas now. I'm still gonna call you Arnos. So Be mindful not to attack him, by the way, because he won't trust you at all anymore if you attack him. So what you do after that is you just right click him after you give him all 10 plates, and now you have Armadrillo unlocked. Crazy how I have master control, yet I still transform into the wrong alien. That's a pretty long achievement name. Okay, so here we have Armadrillo. One of, if not probably my second favorite of the Andromeda 5. My favorite right now, well, my favorite is actually Energy, whatever he's called. I don't know what he's called. So, Talipedians are a species from God knows where that are able to burrow underground and shake the ground itself via their jackhammers. Clearly. Let's see if we can give them like a really cool color. Hold on. Okay, so I was trying to go for a different design than this, but I guess this is how well it's going to turn out, right? So let's just unlock all these abilities, right? Also, keep in mind, if you have a low-end PC, you might crash your game or something. Hopefully you don't. So, boom, boom. Okay, hold on. Starting off, right? We, first off, he's extremely slow. I mean, a big chunk of metal, you expect him to be really fast. Anyways, first we have our drill ability, and you can see that he legit gets a drill arm. That is so cool. So let's just come over here to this chest. I don't think you can hold items. No, you can't, obviously. That makes sense. So let's bring you. Hold on, let me just turn that off real quick. We have ourselves an iron golem. We'll test it out in you in just a second. So right here, obviously, it's a drill. You can drill things with it, obviously. Pretty good, pretty good. It is a 5x5. Wait, no. Is it a 5x5? No, that's level 2. So hold on, let me see. Okay, so level 1 is a 3x3, just like Wild Much Dig. And you can also attack things like that. It doesn't do too much damage. Ignore that. That was from another mod. You can't do too much damage with it, but that's not the point. It's really just for drilling. So obviously with level 2, it's a 5x5. So it said with was it level 2? No, that's level 3. So it's a oh, I see how you would crash your PC at level 3. Good lord. You could do some serious excavating with this and renovating. I mean, that is really good drilling right there. And obviously for level 3, he gets in both of his hands now, so hopefully my thing can handle it. So yeah, that's I'm so sorry if y'all heard that. That was so loud. That was so loud. That was actually so loud. I might have to mute that low key. So yeah, that is a that's 7x7 right there. That's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive drilling skills. I don't know if the damage does he does more damage with the increased drills. Actually, let me just hold on. Double check real quick. So it took a little bit with the Iron Golem with the first drill. So let's see how level 2 does. Okay, seems like it's the same amount of time. Let's try level 3. Okay, it doesn't seem like it changes with the damage, but I mean, I guess that makes sense. So, also, with the drills, I was about to forget. Right here, you have fortune, right? So if you're like mining for diamonds or whatever, it would be so much easier. You can just put fortune on, right? And you can also put silk touch in case you wanted to get a um, I don't know, something like gold ore or iron ore, and it would just be in its ore form instead of the raw form. Pause. So you just turn that on. They just you can have them both on at the same time, obviously, but yeah. Okay. So next ability is our grab. So we can grab things with him, right? And just place them down. Cool. what's cooler is you can just toss him like I just did that poor bastard right there. So you got to be fast with it. So hold on, let me try and do it slowly. Yeah, yeah, you got to do it fast. Like yeah, I just toss him above my head, so he can grab you and just chuck you to Narnia if you really wanted to, which is really cool. Okay, this ability right here, your right click, it's like a Deku smash in the air or whatever. So he like punches the air or something really hard, and it just shoots at you, I guess. It doesn't do like three. It does like 3 damage if I'm doing my math right in my head. Probably not. Yeah, tectonic shock. It's good for killing off like weakened things, I guess. Uh, he, this isn't an ability. This is his resistance because he's obviously a really, really tanky boy. I mean, 60 health. He's got high attack. Obviously, no speed. He's really tough. I'm pretty sure Diamond Hit might be tougher. I can't remember. So, our third ability is Jackhammer, and that does a whopping 25 damage. That is some good damage right there. Hold up. Okay, so we have ourselves a bunch of husk. Okay, okay, let me just. So yeah, he's good with a lot of enemies around, right? So you just take all these guys and just, if I could just, that's a pretty big AoE, I'm not gonna lie to you. Pretty big AoE. Get out of here. So, those are almost all of his abilities. He has one more ability, and this happens to be my favorite ability, and that is the belly flop. Look at that. They just go flying into the air, and if the initial impact doesn't kill them, are they just stuck up there? Are they still going up? Am I tripping or something? Oh no, are they just dead? Oh no, they're just falling down really slowly. Yeah, take your time. He didn't die. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, hold on, let me try it with the husk. Okay. I think I just actually sent them into space. I think. Oh wait, is that them right there? Or no, that's just something else. But yeah, you can just send your enemies and stuff to the moon or whatever if you really wanted to. That is that is the best ability he's got in his kit, right? But I want to see how tanky he is. He's got 3 hearts and he's got a lot of armor and toughness. Okay, I didn't mean to kill you. Let's try. Okay, he takes a moderate amount of damage. Yeah, he takes a moderate amount of damage. It's not terrible. I want to see how he can compare with a warden. You're probably gonna one-shot me, but that's not the point. Or not. Boom. Oh, I can't see a thing. Okay. Ah, he can't kill you. Hold up. Ah! Get away. No, wrong alien, wrong alien. No. No. Stay away. Oh. Yeah, that's another mod. That's another mod. I can't see. Let me, hold on. What am I doing? I don't know why I was struggling. I could have just done that from the start. But, that's a whole nother mod. It just tells you the voices of the alien you're turning into. It's not every alien.
Upgrade.
Yeah, it's only certain.
So fun.
Yeah, it's only certain aliens. It's a pretty cool mod. Alright, let's get you out of here because I don't want you messing up this last bit. Okay, moving on. Well, not moving on. But before I go on into the last bit, there's one last thing that you can do. You need to be level 3 in your drill, right? And here's something really cool you can do. Essentially, he can just drill, right? Like, go head first and just burrow, like a actual Armodrillo. So it really just depends on your, like how your camera's positioned. So you can go up, you can go down, you can go straight, horizontal, diagonal. Doesn't really matter, right? It's really cool. This is how you move with them. This is legit how you just move with them. He just burrows like an actual armadillo, which is just so cool. I don't know what's going on. It might be like on a cooldown or something like that, but this is a really cool alien. Like, the people at Omni Extras really were in their bag with this one. I can't wait to see what else they do with the other aliens. Ignore that. That's not important right now. But yeah, this is really cool right here with the Armadillo. What they've done with him. I really like how they handled him. It really is really cool. It's just really cool. I'm just I'm fanboying out. I'm just fanboying out essentially. Okay, on to the last bit. Okay, so on to the last bit of the review. Right here, we have ourselves another new alien they added, right? The Megawatt. So essentially, right, if you have the other Megawatt mod, Buzzshock mod installed, right, you gotta remove that in order to use this one properly, because it just replaces that one immediately. So what we have here is a Megawatt, and the way these spawn, essentially, is you gotta wait for it to be thundering, right? And they just spawn on like a swarm or whatever, so here we have the Megawatt, and I don't know why, he's just... Oh, I was in survival. That's my B. Hold on, let me actually go in survival and see how tough he is. Okay, unless I'm about to die. Okay, so he wants to disappear and just not come down here, so I was gonna try and spawn him in like a contained area, but he just doesn't wanna hold still, so hold on. Oh, yeah, the mod did say something about that. They don't have a health bar, but if you just can reach them, you might need a bow and arrow or something. Unless they do that. If you, kill them, essentially, they just give you the form, like you saw. They also give you that effect. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Okay, that's the same thing that iGuy gives you. That's pretty cool. Alright, so this is, like, the megawatt form. And I'm blind? I got darkness and slowness and weakness for some reason. They changed the design for the megawatt, right? Because it's much different in the other add-on. But, I said this already, but you gotta get rid of the other one in order to use this one properly. Also, another thing I would like to mention is if you already had Omni Extras installed and you already had like a maxed out or like halfway maxed out iGuy, there's a command you can use in survival called fix my levels or slash fix my levels or whatever. It'll fix the levels so that they're like proper, so it aligns with your level. Like let's say you're level 8, right? And it's gonna be probably bugged, right? Or you have this Buzzshock mod instead of the other one, it just might rewrite the two or it just might reset you. But with iGuy or Upchuck, it's just gonna it'll fix the levels so it's properly aligned. I'm blinking. I did not know I could blink. I didn't know that's pretty cool. Okay, so this one's obviously different than the other one. I never this is my first mod review, so this is his new abilities because I used the other one in my survival. So, melee attacks cause mobs to be electrocuted. Crouch transform into living lightning that explodes on impact. Discharge, bigger explosion and does more environmental damage at the cost of your own HP. Discharge all your energy to deal DOT damage to nearby entities. Bigger explosion and does environmental damage at the cost of your own HP. Electrokinesis. Right click to shoot lightning projectiles. Blah, 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 blah. You can use energy to heal yourself. Okay, this is the same. This is the same from the other one. You can heal yourself with energy. Enter a discharge effect, buffing your abilities and enhancing your speed at the cost of draining your energy rapidly. You can only use this move one. You can only use one move during the discharge effect before you tiring yourself out. Gain energy back by absorbing items and blocks that contain energy. Passively charge when passively recharge when close to energy emitting blocks. And I have a scream. That's neat. Okay, so I had some iron golems for this. I'm pretty sure I accidentally got rid of them too. Yeah, I did get rid of them. Obviously, being a megawatt, you're not that tanky. So I'm just gonna do this in creative and just show off this stuff. So, okay. Electrocuted, you obviously... Oh, it does like damage over time. That's cool. So electric proximity. What does that do? Do I have to be looking at something? It keeps locking. That must be the yeah, that's it right there. So this one is electroconductivity. Oh, okay, that's the yeah, discharge all your energy. All right, hold on. It said I could do this with energy emitting blocks. So obviously redstone is one of them, and I can consume it too. So let's do that again, right? So oops, I accidentally pressed 3. What was that? A point? Cool. I'll test the scream out. That was kind of loud. Hold on. Did that just do that much damage? Hold on. Let me see how much damage that does. Oh no, that just slows you down. Oops. Okay, yeah, that just slows you down. What's this point thing? I don't know what that does. Whoa. I don't know what that did. That might be... I might have just overcharged myself. Hold on. Oh yeah, I definitely overcharged myself. Hold up. Let me just... This is like the big explosion. Right? Okay, yeah, it's definitely got to be... Yeah, that's definitely got to be it. So... Red... What was that, like? A lot of reds... That was... Okay, redstone, like, fills you up all the way, I'm certain. If you have a certain amount. So, I don't know what this point thing's all about. So... If I'm overcharged... Right? Yeah, okay, yeah, this is definitely me at max power. So let me just see real quick. Shocking presence, melee, emitting close. How do you do this? That's what I want to figure out how to do. I don't know how you heal. Do I have to be in survival or something? Because I don't know what this point system is, I mean. I gain energy by doing that? Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. I don't know how to heal yourself. Maybe do I have to be in the air? That's pretty cool. Oh, you turn into lightning like in the other one. That's actually pretty cool. I didn't know that. I did not know that. That is actually pretty dope. I love the attention to detail in this mod. Like, Alien Evo itself is just such a good add-on, or it's becoming its own mod now, but it's such a good mod, so much attention to detail, so I love it so much. Okay. I don't know what this point system's all about. I don't know how to heal yourself either. Alright, so... Yeah, okay, let me just see how destructive this is when I'm overcharged, so... Boom. Yeah, I hope you don't guys don't mind that, because that is really loud. Alright, so just... Let me just do it straight into the ground. Okay, that was anticlimactic. Hold on. Okay, so you can just keep spamming that as long as you just have source blocks, or energy blocks, or whatever. But it's on the cooldown, as you can see. So this is like the big boom? Yeah, that's the big boom. So... Bigger explosion does environment... Okay, at your own HP. I don't know how to do this. Buffing your abilities. You can only use one move during... Okay, you can only use one of the moves. Okay, that's cool. Okay, I don't... Okay, that pretty much covers the Nosedidian, or Buzzshock, whatever. I don't know how to use your energy to heal yourself, because I think it's just, like, supposed to be 3, but it's not. It's that point. I don't know what it does when you crouch, though, because it just makes that little noise. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. Can I, like... No, I can't. Okay, cool. I guess that covers it. So, yeah, that's the, Alien Evo Omni Extras add-on update that they did. That's pretty cool. Like, you move near an energy block or something that you start generating electricity. Like I said, I love the attention to detail in these mods and add-ons and all that jazz. It's just so much love that's put into it. You love to see it. But yeah, that is Omni Extras update. I appreciate you all for watching, and if you like more of these, just let me know in the comment section below, and I'll catch you in the next one.